It's great to see this investment in education and to see so many educational partners in the room. And I know many of the people here, and I am evidence of what a good quality education can do to our kids and for give them all the opportunities of their lives. My parents, even though they were young, they surrounded me with family. They raised me in the church. You've been knowing me since I was a little boy in the church. But the most important thing they did was they gave me an educational foundation. I had a school in my district called Rosenwald. That was the school for the cutoff kids. It was a failing school. Now it's called LGS Technical Academy, and it's still a failing school that's finally going to close. But my dad, even though he was young, he refused to send me to that failing school. So he took a job offshore to send me to the local Catholic school, St. Andrew's the Apostle, and off I go to Shaw High School, to Xavier University, to Tulane Law School, big practice law firm. I wound up being the senior trial lawyer for Entergy Corporation. But as I looked around this Fortune 500 working inside the boardroom, I didn't see too many people like me. And not me meaning diverse, black, but me meaning from poor upbringing. And I was asked a question recently about the number of failing schools in the city of New Orleans and the state of Louisiana. And I was asked what would be an appropriate number of failing schools in the city and the state. Well, the answer is simple. The goal should be no bad schools, no failing schools. We can't afford to fail any child, and we just heard it from Dr. Connolly. There's a direct correlation. If a child can't read by the time that child is 7 years old, we know that child would, chances are, will end up in a criminal institutional system. It's just basic common sense type stuff. If I send the child to a bad school, they get a bad education, they get a poor paying job, they live in a poor neighborhood, chances are their kids are going to go to another poor school, and it becomes a generational curse of poverty. And the way we can break that generational curse of poverty, I'm going back to my days in the church, and I can't legislate you have to have good parents or make your parents be good parents. I can't legislate to make your parents raise you in the church, but we can pass laws and we can appropriate money to make certain that our kids are given all the educational resources we need, that they need, because we know to the extent we have a silver bullet is education. So thank you. I'm talking too much. This is a beautiful building. Thank y'all for having me today. I'm simply evidence of what happens when we invest in the education of our inner city youth. And we need to do more of it. And we need to take it seriously until we have no failing schools, until we fail no child. That's how we fight crime. That's how we fight the diabetes in our community. If you want to improve healthcare, invest in education. You want to improve economic development, invest in education. You want to improve everything, invest in education. So thank y'all for the good work that you're doing. I'm proud to be a partner of you all. And call upon me anytime. Thank you.